prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a swish in front of your building. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga. 100 pro flow, running shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. Then dock that Tulum just to smoke. Look, listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising. My cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all niggas blew it. They tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse them. This ain't that weirdo rap you motherfuckers used to. I'm a urban legend, South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb detectives. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, held me down at times I seem reckless. Effort, got an L but gotta eat for effort. Stretched it. Dropped him off in the Mojave Desert.
You can get from life. And I think, I read something, I was like, that's not what it is. You're going to always be unfulfilled if you look at life like that. It's about knowing you're going to leave one day. And, when you leave, the only way you're going to be fulfilled is if you know you gave everything you had.
Really, though.
And you emptied yourself here. And you left it all here because it's temporary and you got a moment, Right. So I think that for me, it's like, I got kids. I got a daughter and a son.
Right.
So, you got to factor in your kids. You can't just all the way commit yourself to your cause.
Right.
You gotta make sure that you're there for your kids. But outside of that, I want to be in this thing until I'm out of energy, till I don't have nothing left to contribute.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe Waters, aka.
He's stupid, man. It's Tremonte, Dark Matter. It seemed like we got somebody else missing again. I don't know where he at.
I feel like it's three people that's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But some people are rock stars. They're on tour.
That's right.
They only pull up to record episodes with their daughter.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that out of the
blue.
blue.
They just be out here, man.
I seen that out of the blue.
Facts. Like
shout out to YJ, man.
Big facts. He out there working, man. He working.
Working hard.
On tour with Second Chance. Y'all can go catch him in your neighboring city somewhere out west. They out west right now, bro.
Yeah.
They in the West. Like, when you in the West...
He told me he was going out there.
When you in the West, you realize how much of a Floridian you are if you're from Florida.
He said he got sick when he went out there. Him and Nate.
See, us New Yorkers, we never get sick. Ever. You know what I mean?
Because y'all be down here with y'all shirt off. It be 60 degrees. It's cold to us, though.
Nah, it's really never cold to me until we hit, like, maybe 30. And I think Florida hits...
freezing.
Florida hits 30, like, maybe one half a day a year.
Yeah, if that, yeah.
It never really gets cold to me. Like, it's like hoodie weather for me isn't really cold. It's like the best weather because
I agree.
All my favorite clothes are hoodies. You know what I mean? So,
me too.
I like it when it gets colder, but it never really gets cold in Florida for some reason.
I agree, man. It be cold to us though.
Yeah,
y'all New Yorkers, y'all be trying to make fun of us, but
yo, you know what it's like going to Walmart when it's like 65 degrees and you see people with like full blown like North Face jackets.
That's me.
On. Like,
that's me with the skull cap on, everything.
Bro, it's not that cold. You exaggerate.
It's cold to me. I ain't exaggerating.
You would not survive.
My zone.
Like, you would not survive. Like in Chicago this year, there was negative 10-degree weather.
See, but when I went to LA, I had a connecting flight to Chicago. So I got to experience.
Hold on, time out.
We had to go outside though to go inside of the building. That's how crazy it was.
Were you ever not surrounded by buildings?
No.
So you never really felt.
But I'm saying I felt it though.
You got sheltered cold. You got in mom's arms cold.
Chicago cold, man.
Yeah, Chicago.
It's really cold.
Nah, Chicago like it's disrespectful cold.
Yeah.
Like
the wind chill crazy, man.
Like New York, it's cold, but just don't go around. Like if you're in between buildings, it's colder.
Okay.
Because the wind chill comes through the buildings and all of that.
That's right.
Chicago, it don't matter where you at. It's just like the cloud is over your head and just blowing the coldest air on you. And you just need to die. That's what Chicago has a aim to kill you cold.
Yeah.
Facts.
Shout out to my boy Leo, man, because he's from here, New Yorker, and he lived in Florida. He would echo those same sentiments, man.
Nah, I love all my people up north. and stay warm because it's April. No, I just it's April and it's still snowing in certain places. You know what I mean?
I mean, they tell me global warming ain't real.
Well, I mean, it would only be real if the president said it was real, right?
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I haven't heard the president say global warming is real, so maybe it's not real.
I haven't heard him say much of anything of substance, but we're gonna move. We're gonna move forward. Oh yeah, we got some topics for today for y'all, man. So I got a question.
What's up?
See, normally it's feel awkward because normally it'd be Jonah asking the questions.
He's gonna try to make you the moderator,
and he would be high.
Yeah, big facts.
You know what I mean?
Big facts.
That makes it more fun and interesting.
It's still fun and interesting, but it's just I be looking at his fake dreads most of the time, so I never really hear the question.
He got clip-ins or what?
Bro, like I seen one. It's a blooper. I'm gonna put a blooper reel. Like one day, his whole left side of his dreads and I did it on the right side.
Damn.
His whole left side of his dreads just fell out mid-episode, and he had to go in the bathroom, put some glue, and he had to do the thing black women do. We gotta be patting your head.
Yeah.
He had to pat it back in. It was like pat dry. Big facts.
From your experience, your personal experience, who's more afraid to apologize for their wrongdoing? The man or the woman? And does it depend on the severity of the situation?
Who's afraid to apologize? From my experience, me.
Why?
Because I don't want to have to hear about it for 3 weeks. And that's no disrespect. It's just apologies for a man when they're sincere always aren't accepted as being sincere until actions are
That's
shown.
a good point.
So
That's a good
actions
point.
have to be shown. And if you date a woman like mine, aka a black woman, black women don't take they don't take nobody at their word. It has to be an action. So you not hearing the end of it until actions have been shown. So you can't just be like, baby, please, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I never do it again. I swear, Master Boss, I swear. Nah, you got to show action. So until you show action, it's ain't no sunshine when she. Yeah, I mean, it's a dark day.
Okay.
So you got to show action in my house. So, I mean, for me, I would say it's always tougher to apologize until I'm ready to be sincere about it. Okay. I can't just be like, oh yeah, I did that, I'm sorry. Nah, bro.
So you can't be reactionary. You have to.
You have to make sure it's sincere.
From my experience, the woman is afraid to apologize. I haven't heard many women, even my mama, I haven't heard many women in my life say, I'm sorry. Say, I apologize for my actions. Yeah. I've heard dudes say it in reactionary form, like you said. They may not mean it, but I think that's the first step, like you saying, I'm sorry. Women, my God. It take them forever. I don't know why it take y'all forever to apologize. And then y'all apologize in like an implicit way, like, well, I didn't really mean to do it that way. That's not an apology. You need to say, I'm sorry. You need to be genuine at heart. It's hard for them, though.
Nah, I agree.
It's hard for them to apologize because...
Why is it so difficult for women to apologize?
In their minds, they're never wrong.
Yeah, I give you that.
In their minds, they're never wrong. And if they are wrong, they'll justify them being wrong. There's no justification for being wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You can only move forward if you admit that you've made an error.
That is a whole fact, bro. I have literally... So, one time... Sorry. To whom it may concern. One time, I literally asked somebody, hey, we need to do something this particular way and only this way for it to get done effectively, right?
Okay.
Now, this person proceeded to forget what I told them, and instead of just calling me, because I wasn't far away, instead of calling me and saying, hey, how did we need to do it again? Just improvised and did it their way. Yeah. The issue...
Sound like a woman?
The issue is that doing it wrong ruined the entire actual product.
So it made it worse.
It makes it. It was a usable product. If you do it, if you set it up the wrong way, you can't use the product. So they set it up the wrong way, and then once we realized that they were wrong, well, you should have been here. Well, you weren't here. That's your fault. For 2 weeks, I'm not clowning. For 2 weeks, I literally was like, I didn't say anything. I was just waiting.
Okay.
Hey, everything okay? You good? You remember that thing?
Mm-hmm.
How did that work out? Oh, I'm gonna just buy another one. Next time, make sure you're here. I'm just waiting for an apology.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it. And then I actually had, I worked it up, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Just buying another one that really doesn't, like, you could just tell me you're sorry, and, you know what I mean, we're cool. We'll take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I even did the fake, so sorry, there's a little trick. Dudes do, like, the little puppy dog face sometimes. Just to, I just...
You do that?
Let the lip quiver.
That's wild.
Nah, I'm clowning. But literally, it was like, yo, just tell me you're sorry.
Okay.
For what? You should have been here. Like, literally could not get an apology out of that person. Period.
That's what I mean.
Still to this day, if I had a clock running, it'd be 13 years. Still ain't got an apology.
13 years? It's a pretty long time.
I hold a grudge.
You do?
I never buy them a Christmas present every year. It's family.
For real?
Ever. On purpose. I'm waiting for a sorry. Like, literally. And you know what's funny? What was the name of that dude? Ruben Studdard had a song called Sorry for 2004. That person ain't been sorry for 2004, 2005, 2006, 2000. Like, it's been years and I still ain't got that apology.
You probably ain't getting it.
It's sad.
Probably ain't getting it.
All over just a fixable situation. But my mother never would tell me. My mom would never apologize.
Yeah.
Because I'm her son.
That's
So
right.
if she did something wrong,
That's their reasoning.
If she did something wrong, hey, God was teaching a lesson. I'm not airing moms out. I'm just saying, like, women, I've never really gotten an apology from a woman unless, like, it was an interpersonal relationship.
Yeah. I haven't got one, period. I don't think.
Like a coworker, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I mean? Something like that. But other than that,
yeah.
Nah, if a woman, like, blatantly finds out that they messed up, I never get it.
How do you discern when an apology is genuine? What are some tips to discern when an apology is coming from the heart and it's not just the mouthpiece?
Eye contact. It's easy for me to look away when I'm BSing you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey brother, man, I'm so sorry about everything that I did, and I hope that we could get past all of this. It's cool. Hey, I'm sorry. Instead of just being like, yo, I screwed up, like 100%. I screwed up.
What about the niggas who can look somebody dead in the eye and lie?
Nah, they did double. No, I know some dudes like that, but I would say this is up to the person who's accepting. So for the person who's accepting, eye contact is one. Now for the person who's doing, if you're that kind of person where you could be like, look, I'll never do it again, and proceed to start doing it, they got a special place for you. But I would say if somebody did somebody wrong, the first thing the acceptor has to do is be able to, connect with that person directly. So eye contact is one way. The second is, well, you know what? While I don't like the whole let me see your actions before I accept approach, I actually understand it.
Why?
Because in all things you do, action is required in order to validate it.
Yeah.
In everything you do, everything we do as a culture, everything we do as a family, as a business, anything, it requires action. We could say, yo, we're gonna do the wave report, but if y'all never see an episode, can you say that we did the wave? Like we've been doing this every week for 26 straight weeks, bro.
Yeah, it's a long time.
But we don't get to that point that's a half a year.
Yeah, it is.
We don't get to that point if we ain't put
Half a
action
year.
behind it.
True.
So it takes action. So action to me, if somebody apologizes to you, take them, for their personal contact with you. So eye contact, body language, and I would say probably the biggest thing is judging by their actions moving forward.
One thing that stands out to me when somebody's apologizing, if you can walk me through the errors that you've made, I will get to tell if you're genuine about your apology. If you can't restate exactly what you've done to get us to this impasse in our relationship, friendship, then I'm going to question your sincerity.
Yeah.
obviously being action oriented over a period of time. Let me tell you women something. If a nigga mess up, right? He mess up and he like, look, I'm sorry, I want to get back with you, I'm gonna fix it. What y'all do, y'all normally give him like 2-3 weeks because that's his time where he's gonna do well. And then you'll start trashing him after a month because he's reverted back to doing what got y'all in the situation. You got to give things. You got to be patient. I'm gonna do a quick wave about patience. Well, you got to be patient and see his actions progress over a course of time.
Facts.
You can't have something 2 or 3 weeks and think, because it takes longer than that to form a habit.
Right.
So you got to give it time to see if somebody is really want to change their ways. But the biggest thing to me is somebody restating out of their mouth and walking me through what actually got us to this point.
If you late to work every day and your boss says next time, you got to change this behavior or else we're going to have to fire you.
I bet you change.
You going to get up.
But you get there early.
Facts.
But you get there early.
Facts. You going to start, no matter what you do, you're going to start doing it. Like, I know people who take, I'm from the city, so I didn't come up in a culture where everybody drove a car. That's a Florida thing for me. So generally, you get up in the morning. Hey, if you're taking a train and it's getting you where you need to be 5 minutes late, sometimes you got to take the train before that, which a lot of times is 30 minutes before.
Right.
And you got to it's tough, but you got to get there on time. You don't want to lose that job. So I know people who will literally take the earlier approach in order just to correct a habit when it comes to being late or being tardy or showing up.
Yeah.
Same thing has to be applied for an apology. Okay, you
Right.
screwed up. Well, you got to take a different approach in order to try to make sure that don't happen no more.
That's real.
If I'm sorry to say this, but if some of y'all smash other people while in a committed relationship, I'm sorry for that. It seems like there's an audience for that. But if that's something that you do, you have to make steps to correct that behavior. If you texting somebody that ain't your lady or your guy every day, well, maybe blocking that, you got to do something different if you want to actually be committed. But ain't a lot of y'all out there. A lot of y'all happy to cheat.
Okay.
Just keep it real.
All right.
That's
man.
an apology. That's the apology
That's
that y'all
crazy.
look somebody in the face and lie about.
Yeah.
Like, you got to actually want to be with one person. Some of y'all just cool with, just dirty smashing, smashing, passing to the next.
But my man YJ would say, we're not meant to be with one person.
I'm sorry, YJ's married to one person.
I mean, that doesn't mean that we're not meant to be with other people.
We were meant to be kings and queens, but in reality, we niggas with jobs.
Yeah.
So I got to go with the reality on that one. The reality is always going to be different from the initial intention. Jesus is the only person who his intention, his purpose, and his reality were one and the same. Other than that, everybody else has, hey, my mother said that I was going to be the next president of the United States. Well, your name ain't Barack Obama. Your name ain't Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, everybody may have been meant for something,
right?
But what your reality is always going to be different unless you are that one.
That's me.
It's not.
That's me.
I was meant to. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, I was meant to do one element of entertainment. I was supposed to act. That was what was beset before me when I was a kid. Stupid acting classes and stuff like that.
When you said one element of entertainment, my mind went somewhere else. I was like, no, Joe.
No,
Joe.
I know where you're at. Bring your mind back up. Bring it back up.
All right.
Nah, but people are always meant to do one thing. But
Can you act?
Yeah.
I want to see something, man.
Hey,
like a short or something.
We could do that.
I want to see something.
Wave report shorts. I like
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Like that. We're gonna act out some of our episodes.
Yeah, that'll be tight, man. I didn't know you could act. This is my first time hearing that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What other talents do you have?
What other talents do I have?
Never mind. Never mind. Hey, never mind.
Since
It's another episode. It's for another episode.
Roll down the scroll.
So
it's a lot of stuff.
In committed relationships, friendships, marriages, can a relationship survive if apologies aren't given?
Oh my gosh, yes. Everybody loves different.
Okay.
Everybody loves different. I did not realize this until I became an adult. Everybody loves different. The type of, I'll use my own personal experience. The type of love that I knew coming up was a very rough, rugged, ratchet, girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. Like, kind of playful, playful argument type of relationship.
Okay.
It took me until I got into a relationship with somebody whose tone should be soft, conversation should be meaningful. Every little, it wasn't about, like, I've been in relationships where we could spend 20 minutes together and that's fine.
Okay.
Got older and got with my lady and found out that, no, we need days. Not just a day, but even if I'm grinding, like, we need to stop for a day or two or a weekend to put some investment back into each other. When I was younger, I didn't care about that. Hey, girl, I'm going to see you in like 20 minutes, all right? All right. Hey, we going to watch this 22-minute episode of Martin, and then I'm leave. I ain't going to see you till next week. Okay, babe. You know what I mean? Like, that was fine back then. So, yes, everybody loves different. So some relationships, both parties could be wrong daily.
Okay.
They don't care. They together. Some people are just happy with being together. That's not even a requirement that they put on each other. I don't need you to change. I don't need you to apologize. Don't tell me you're sorry. Just love me.
There are some relationships like that. I ain't gonna lie. I know of some where both parties don't apologize and they are just happy to be together. In my personal opinion, do I think relationships can survive without apologies? Hell no. I don't think relationships can survive. Because at some point, especially if you're two introspective people, at some point, you're going to realize either you haven't apologized or the other person has never said sorry. And I think that eats at people, especially if you've grown up in a culture, like you just said, where like nobody apologizes to each other and everybody just kind of lives and justifies everything they do. As you become an adult, that don't quite work out the same way.
Right. I mean, that you don't want to be in a relationship that can be classified as a loveless relationship.
Right.
And a lot of times showing contrition for something you do wrong is the best way to grow. So if you're not in any way, shape, or form, I did it, whatever, shut up, let's move on. Then there's never any contrition, and then that could build up a resentment.
Yeah.
And then over time, maybe that's some irreconcilable difference that you and your partner may have. So apologies, I think, always are needed because no relationship is perfect.
What are irreconcilable differences? People say that they're in the process of going through it or getting divorced. What are some things that could be considered that fall under that umbrella? What's really irreconcilable though? Aside from like an affair with like a midget or something like that.
Okay, I was about to say, it's always a weird type of affair. Like,
yeah.
you know what I don't understand? I'm gonna keep it a bean. How could you see your sister or your brother with somebody and then want to smash? I never understood smash, not on the dudes, on the smashers.
The smashies.
But the family member. Like, you see your family is you see them happy with somebody. And it's just like, no, I need that. I never understood that.
That's somebody succumbing to their lowest desires. I don't think that's somebody who's really thinking clearly all the way through.
That. Like, you see your family happy and I never understood the cousin faiths of the family. I never understood it. I never understood that. But, some people just really, an irreconcilable difference is probably smashing the strange for a piece of change type of thing. Or, quite frankly, addiction.
Yeah. That's real.
Addiction is real. Like, I know people. Addiction has ruined a lot of relationships.
Porn addiction, drug addiction.
Time out. You know what? Yeah, I get it. Fantasies. Like, some people want to be your one and only. And it's a tough job. It's a tough thing to ask for, but it's a requirement for some people. And some people just don't care. Like, nope, I'm going to watch porn. You ain't give it to me today, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to get it off. Some people, it's just... Yeah, addiction is a big thing. I would say, quite frankly, just being in tune, a lack of being in tune with another, like growing apart.
Okay, that's real. Because growing apart, listen, if you grow apart from somebody, it's all right. I think it's always perceived as a negative thing because the other person's stagnant or maybe they're moving backwards, that can't prevent you from moving forward.
Yeah.
That does happen in relationships. And sometimes life comes full circle. So 5 years from now, you'll see the person, they may have grown. And then y'all can get into a relationship again. Because I notice a lot of older people who are married, they've broken up and then they've gotten back together.
Right. I saw so my lady is binge watching this show called Big Brother, or not Big Brother, The Amazing Race. And we sit down routinely and we watch it together. And there's like a couple on there, like they literally were married for 4 years, got a whole divorce, and then now they're dating again. Like they found that being apart was the best thing for them to both grow, and now there's things that you find with somebody. Here's what I'm finding out.
Okay.
Irreconcilable differences a lot of times is when the infatuation is gone. Like a lot of times the I love yous aren't true. The I love you has just the infatuation. And once infatuation is gone, then you don't have that real love to settle on. So now, I'm not happy. And then you actually, like, it takes sometimes, you really got to love somebody. And I think people will throw the word around, oh, we've been dating for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. Do you love me? I love you. Mean like that? There's a difference between love and infatuation. Ooh, that's a different topic.
See, that's it.
That's
Another episode.
That's a
Another
different
episode.
topic. There's a difference between love and infatuation, but I think a lot of times when the infatuation is gone, it leads to you seeing the person, and now the blinder is off, and you have to decide, do I love this person? And a lot of times people can't say yes to that question.
That's hard. That's hard.
A lot of times people cannot say yes to that question, so it leads to arguments because you're there with somebody you don't want to be with.
You there with somebody you don't like?
You're there with somebody you don't care about.
That's hard.
Do you love somebody when the infatuation is gone? Don't answer that question. That's gonna be that's a whole topic, bro. But nah, I think irreconcilable differences. I've heard some stories.
So have I, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I've heard a story of people having whole families.
Oh yeah,
that they partner.
That's prevalent. That's prevalent. That's prevalent, man. A lot of I known people who have families in other states, and they got another family in the state that they reside in.
All right, let me ask you a question. What's the craziest irreconcilable? Real quick, what's the craziest irreconcilable different story you ever heard?
The craziest? Put me on the spot. The craziest, probably the family thing in another state, and the woman found out, but he had like a whole family though, like another wife and 2 kids.
Wow.
And she was like, I can't. There's nothing she could do. I can understand that. I can understand. I mean, what can she do in that point?
Craziest one I've ever heard is, I can't even call him my man. A dude I know invited, he said he got an invitation. One of his boys was having a baby shower. So he went to the baby shower. He brought his lady with him. And it was a crazy baby shower. He bought a lot of gifts. Boom, 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 right? So come to find out, he paid somebody to sit in as the boyfriend. It was his baby. So it was a
Run that
baby
back.
shower.
Hold on. Run that back. Run that back. Say it again.
So he paid somebody to sit in as the boyfriend. So the girlfriend was in on it. The dude was in on it. The mom was in on it. They were the only 3 people in the room who knew. Everybody else thought genuinely the baby was coming from this guy. Problem was, this dude was light-skinned. She was moderately toned, but this nigga was very African dark. So when that baby came out, he had a very noticeable feature, too. A very noticeable nose.
Did the woman find out?
Facebook, actually, is how she found out. Because the picture came out, and somebody was like, that baby looks a lot like... So, as the baby started to get older, I guess like 6 months in, people kind of were like, nah, that ain't his baby. And
so he paid his man to sit in as the father of the baby that's really his.
Yep. And
that's the episode of the Wave Report, people. Follow us, the Wave Report, 813 on Instagram. Follow us at the Wave Report on Facebook. You talk, we talk back.
Big facts.
Next episode, I'm gonna have on a new therapy hoodie for y'all that I cop because I don't get these for free. Support your friends. Facts. It's the Wave Report. Follow us.
Joe Waters at Joe Waters MC. Follow him at Tremonte Relford. You can hit us up Spotify at you go to wearedarkmatter.com.
Oh yeah.
We got a blog every Monday.
Yeah.
Drop right before the episode.
Yeah.
Talk to us. We talk back. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
26 episodes in. We're going to keep rocking this thing. Thank
Love.
you. Wave Report.
Peace.